The world is not fair. You can be loyal and still be betrayed. You can work harder than everyone else and still be overlooked. And while most people collapse when they discover this truth, you didn't. You adapted. You evolved. You learned to see the world not as it should be, but as it is. This is what psychologists and philosophers call adaptive intelligence under adversity, what I call dark intelligence. It's not evil. It's not malicious. It's awareness sharpened by suffering. It's the intelligence of someone who has been disappointed enough times to stop living on illusions. Someone who studies behavior instead of believing words. Someone who calculates before reacting, observes before speaking, and chooses their moment instead of wasting their strength. Most people move emotionally. You've learned to move strategically. Today, we break down the psychological principles behind this mindset, not to manipulate, but to protect yourself, to strengthen your perception, and to navigate a world that rewards awareness over naivete. Before we begin, write in the comments, "I choose strategic intelligence over emotional impulse."
Calculated opacity. From a psychological standpoint, humans try to decode you in the first 10 seconds. So you control the narrative. You reveal selectively, intentionally, and with boundaries. In trauma psychology, this is called protective opacity, the ability to structure your self-disclosure so others cannot use your vulnerabilities against you. People fear what they cannot predict. They respect what they cannot fully read, and they hesitate with what they cannot fully understand. Your mystery is not manipulation. It is self-preservation. Adaptive persona. Healthy, functional people shift their communication style depending on the environment. This is not deception, it is social intelligence. The Jungian term for this is the persona, the interface between your inner world and the outer world. Weak people resist adaptation. Strong people adapt without losing their identity. You become logical with thinkers, steady with the anxious, calm with the angry, and warm with the vulnerable. Your core stays the same. Your delivery evolves. This is psychological flexibility, and it is a hallmark of emotional maturity. 3. Detachment as power. Most manipulation is built on one thing: your fear of losing something. The moment you detach from outcomes, approval, and validation, you become immune to psychological leverage. Detachment is not coldness, it is clarity. When you stop clinging, you start seeing. When you stop fearing loss, you start negotiating from a place of strength. In psychology, this is called secure self-anchoring, the ability to remain centered even when external circumstances shake. 4. Silent leverage. Real power is not loud. It is structural. You create conditions where people respect you without being told to. Silence makes others fill the gaps. Pauses force truth to surface. Patience exposes character faster than confrontation. You don't demand influence. You position yourself so effectively that influence becomes the natural response. This is what researchers call implicit dominance, quiet, stable authority that doesn't need performance. 5. Psychological echo. Most people speak to be heard. You listen to understand. You listen past the words, into the fears, desires, and beliefs beneath them. And when you respond, you reflect their inner world back to them. This creates instant trust because humans bond with what feels familiar. It is not manipulation, it is emotional literacy. In depth psychology, this is known as mirroring empathy, a high-level communication skill that only develops through pain, reflection, and self-awareness. 6. Ambiguous morality. You no longer cling to the fantasy of black and white thinking. You understand what most adults never learn. Life takes place in the gray. Doing the right thing doesn't always look pretty. Protecting your boundaries doesn't always feel gentle. Choosing long-term outcomes sometimes requires short-term discomfort. This is called pragmatic morality, the ability to make decisions based on reality instead of appearance. The world isn't simple. Your ethics grow with that complexity. 7. Emotional minimalism. You've learned to conserve emotional energy the way warriors conserve weapons. Not everything deserves a reaction. Not every insult deserves defense. Not every problem deserves your destruction. Psychologists call this emotional regulation by selective investment, choosing where to place your emotional resources instead of letting the world drain them. Your calmness is not numbness. It's discipline born from surviving what almost broke you. 8. Delayed dominance. You no longer rush. You no longer chase. You understand timing. In behavioral psychology, this is known as strategic delay, waiting for the moment when action produces maximum effect. You don't fight battles that collapse on their own. You don't argue with people who will expose themselves in time. You don't panic when things take longer than expected. You play the long game, and the long game is where intelligent people win. The inner collapse. People who have lived through too much don't break loudly. They break inward. They fold quietly, the way a bridge folds after carrying more weight than it was designed for. You sit on a bed, a bus seat, a bathroom floor, not because you're tired, but because your internal structure whispers, "This is too much. Something has to change." That is not weakness. That is the threshold. The psychology of stillness. Stillness is not stagnation. Stillness is the psyche's emergency repair mode. Psychologists call this withdrawal for reorganization, when the mind pulls its energy inward to rebuild what life has damaged. In stillness, old identities dissolve, shadow material surfaces, emotional residue clears, creativity reawakens, direction returns, the ego quiets, the soul begins reconstruction. Jung understood this deeply. He taught that withdrawing from the noise is not failure. It is the beginning of inner alignment. Before clarity,
comes retreat. Before strength comes restoration. Before rebirth comes collapse. You are not falling behind, you are falling inward. And from that inward fall, a new version of you begins to rise. If this video sharpened your awareness and revealed the hidden rules of the world, don't stop here. Subscribe now to train your mind in strategic intelligence and dark psychology. Hit like if you're ready to move with purpose. Share this with someone who needs to see the truth. And comment below, I choose strategic intelligence over emotional impulse to claim your mindset. Every action you take here is a step toward mastery. Don't miss it.